don't know what's going on, and I don't think sometimes they don't know. But as long as we all can work in harmony, because Sean said Wales win the Grand Slam, and the Ospreys winning the Pro 12, it's not too bad.
Well, exactly, and I'll put that question to you, Sean. How much has today's victory really boosted the whole regional game in Wales? What sort of effect will it have in terms of spreading the goodwill?
Well, I hope it does. I had 9 years at the Ospreys, and I can remember some great nights at the Liberty, and some good average crowds. But it is tough times at the moment. There's a lot of rugby, and you're playing 3 competitions, and sometimes your supporters don't know what day of the week you're playing, let alone who you're playing and what competition. So it's very difficult for the modern supporter. Having said that, people do turn up and watch our national team, and you have all the international players playing in the likes of the Ospreys team. So it's a difficult one, and marketing teams have to get their heads around that. And I think there's a lot to be pleased about in the regional game at the moment. A lot of good young players and good young coaches as well.
Plenty of young players, one particularly old one as well, who did play his final game today, Shane Williams. We've almost run up superlatives for this guy. But, as we know, the advanced party of 15, which we assume will be the 15 first choice, 15 for the first test, will be sent out in advance. They're going on Thursday of this week. So I guess, Sean, that gives this Barbarians game a flavour of a trial to it. And one of those positions is up for grabs. If we assume Reece Priestland is the first choice 10, is the fly-half jersey, James Hook and Dan Biggar, I guess, will be fighting for that. And Dan Biggar's done his chances no harm today.
Yeah, and to his credit, his form is very good. And to be fair to the Welsh management, they have consistently picked on form. And you've got to look at the way Daniel's playing at the moment. He's really putting his hand up. I know James is playing well as well in France. He did have a great start there, played a number of positions, but he's settled there now. So it'll really be a question of whether Rob, in this case, will decide to go with Daniel to continue the form leading into the tour, or they take another look at James, or whether they consider James as a versatile player who can play another position.
Dan Biggar can't do any more. They came back in the game and they had a brilliant result down there. So they have to have a look at it. They have to get front row forwards in there to assess what is going on. But otherwise, people are just going to switch off. But taking nothing away from the Ospreys, as Sean said, I thought magnificent. The front five has been brilliant, and that's a lesson for all the regions. Unless you have a solid front five, it's going to be difficult for you to win things.
Speaking of all the regions, let's put this into context. It's only been in the last few months we've been talking in doom and gloom terms about the demise of the regional game, and here we've got the Ospreys beating the European champions in Dublin, no less, to win the Pro 12 title. Not too bad, is it?
Well, and don't forget, the Ospreys have now won 4 Celtic titles in 9 years, and an EDF trophy and a runners-up. The Wales have won 3 Grand Slams in 9 years of regional rugby. We're not doing too bad, and I think the doom and gloom has been around finance, but there are a lot of good young players coming through. A lot on show there today. I thought Ashley Beck again stood up today and was outstanding. Dan Biggar's 22, kicking a match-winning kick like that.
Only 22.
And that goes for all the regions. And there's a good spread of talent in the Welsh team.
Yeah, good away from all the players going up to France. We've said this before. It gives the youngsters an opportunity to